in the folder, man folder. The REST API folder. You will create one file called server1.js. In server1.js file, first we need to connect with the database. Connect with the database. So for that we need to import the Express. We need to import the Mongoose, and then we need to connect with a particular database, and then we can do something next. In that node app folder, you have app1. Here you have already imported the Express. Call it these two lines. Import the Express, and after that, Express app is ready. Next, we have to import the Mongoose, node10 Mongoose. Const, what is that Mongoose? node10 Mongoose equal to GWS. Require Mongoose. Mongoose module we need to add here. After that, we need to connect to the database. Yesterday we have made one. So what we'll do for that? Mongoose.connect. Mongoose.connection. Mongoose.connect. Mongoose.connect. Connect. Mongoose, MONGWAC. Mongoose.connect. Inside that we have to pass first parameter that Mongoose colon localhost colon the name of the database. Later we can open the Compass also. Mongo Compass, MongoDB Compass the open ones. And in MongoDB Compass, you will get this URL. Not URL. First to connect it. After connecting, you will go to the what database we made yesterday, company. That will show here somewhere. Copy connection string. Okay, so connect it first. Open the MongoDB Compass. After that, connect it. Click on the database. Okay. Open the MongoDB Compass and then connect. Click on the database. After clicking on my company database, you can see on the top here, localhost colon something is having. Click in that three dots. Copy connection string. Connection string. What is that? We can see here what we got in connection string. In double quote, we need to paste it. Perfect. Localhost colon. IP address is coming. Remove IP. Localhost colon your database name. What we have database name? Company. COMPANY company. Localhost colon company. Company the database name. We have to pass one more parameter here. That is for user new URL parser true. Use new URL parser true. Something we need to add here after this. In the use new URL parser true. Use new URL parser. PARSER. Parser colon true. Here true. Use new URL parser. Use new URL parser. PARSER colon true. It is inside this. Okay. Okay, ready. Now right here. Next call const db equal to mongoose dot connection. CONNECTION connection. CONNECTION. Mongoose dot connection. This is for what purpose? This is you are giving the username and password. URL you are given. What is the URL? And here you are connecting to that database. You can write connection to DB. Connection to DB. Then below we will write DB dot on error. DB dot on. If it is the error, then console dot log. DB dot on error. Then we can write here called error. Something is there. After that, console dot log error. Console dot log. We need to print that error variable. ERROR error. Next, if db dot open, db dot open, then db dot on inside if it's called open, then what should happen is we need to write a message console dot log connection is established. Console dot log database connected successfully. Connected with database. Database connected. We can write here something like this. Database connected. Database connected. Now, app.express is not in use yet now. Once we will write some more thing, then it will come in use. So here the first line, Mongo DB. This is the compiler of your MongoDB that we imported, and with the help of that, we are trying to connect with our database, that is called company. And then this line you are passing the credential, what is the URL of your database. Next, this line you are writing called connecting, like mongoose.connection, to check whether connection is established or not. Then if connection is established, then the DB will get two property. One is called error and open. So if db.on error, then display the error. db.on as open, then display the message called database is connected successfully. Okay, now we can check this whether our connection is established or not. So save this file and we'll compile this and we'll see whether it is connecting with the database or not. If it connects with the database, then this will come database connected, or it will display the respective error. CMD, we can run in the CMD. Hello. नहीं उसको क्या भेजना, पैसा में जाना तो उसकी जरूरत नहीं है, वो इनको कैंपस के नंबर से कांटेक्ट कीजिएगा, ट्रेनिंग सर्टिफिकेट के लिए इनको कैंपस के नंबर से कांटेक्ट कीजिए। हाँ कल मिलेगा 10:30 के बाद। कितना सैलरी दे रहा है करंट कंपनी, ये वाला नया वाला, और वो वाला कितना दे रहा है? यहाँ जो बैंगलोर वाला है ना, इसको 2 साल कवर करेंगे तब वहां तक पहुंचेंगे। रेडियंट वाला में क्या काम करवाएगा? और वो कोची वाला नहीं, तो आप इसमें अगर ज्वाइन करते हो 12,000 वाला में, तो 12,000 से 30,000 बोलने में आपको 1.5 साल लगेंगे, और वहां से 30,000 6 महीना है, 6 महीने के बाद फिर 1 साल चाहिए आपको, तो 15,000 करेगा, और उस 20,000 करेगा, 20,000 से फिर 1 साल लगेगा 30,000 में पहुंचने में, और वहां पे 30,000 में अभी तो 30,000 1 साल के बाद 50,000 में पहुंच जाएंगे। आप डिसाइड कर लो। नहीं 1 ईयर के बाद 30-50 में कन्वर्ट हो जाएगा गारंटी, तो उस समय आपको 1 ईयर प्लस 1 एंड आपको कुछ हो जाएगा एक्सपीरियंस। ठीक है, वो आपका टर्न है, आप डिसाइड करना, ठीक है, सोच समझ के डिसाइड कर लीजिए बात। Okay, so wrote it. Now let's come to the CMD. So this entire code I shared in the chat. You can use this code in one file called server1.js. In which folder? REST API folder. In REST API folder, we need to open the CMD. In REST API folder, we need to open the CMD. REST API folder is open the CMD, and in that you will write here node10 node10 space server1.js enter. It shows error, just cannot find the module call express. Definitely it will show the error. We have not installed in this folder, no? We have not installed the express and other stuff. Definitely it will be the error. Okay, so no problem. CMD is open. We can install here only. You have that command npm install express. Here. I'll show you again. Please open and run in these commands. Node1 we need, express we need, as well as cost. I'll write it what and all. But okay, let's run all together. Run this all command. This command in a REST API folder. Which folder? REST API folder. Execute those all commands. This all command execute in REST API folder. Node1 is already installed. Okay. Globally we are installed, no Node1. Okay. Express we can run. npm install express. npm install this cookie parser, body parser. These are not their dependency are there. Install it. Okay, after installing of all 4 pipes from top, please ping in the chat. This all we are installing under the REST API folder. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6 I run. Out of 9, 1 is myself. 2 people are pending still. Okay, so Bharat has joined 2 times. Okay, so 1 person is pending. Okay, let's move. Okay, so installation is done, correct? This line was there in your file. This line was there in the API file. Can you see this line? Cross. These 2 lines also we have to add. Okay, these two lines we can copy from your API.js file and add in this file server one. These two lines, because when we do the client server communication, JSON data has to come and go. So these two lines is required. Course, use course here in the beginning only. In the beginning, you can add cross related installation and integration. So these lines are added in the beginning. This line when it's shared in the chat also. Happen. Installation done. Now let's see it again. CLS node1 server 1 showing the error. Cannot find the module called mongoose. MANGWS, correct? Only no? MANGWS mongoose. MANGWS mongoose. Okay, hold on. We need to install look like again. So I will look here under the Mongo guide. Oh, mongoose we need to install. npm install mongoose. npm install mongoose again. npm install mongoose. npm install mongoose. Express already installed. It will install together both Express and Mongo both. Express already we have installed. Now we need to install only mongoose. npm install mongoose. npm install mongoose. See, saying database connected. npm install mongoose. After installation of mongoose, run this command node1 server 1.js. It will show database connected. Node1 space server 1.js. Error. What is this? Stop it and again start. Node1. Find out MANGWS, MANGWS, MANGWS. Yes, the control is ending. Good. There is a unable path. Very well. Right. Showing anyone for connected? For anyone, it is showing connected. Something like this, database connected. It will not appear. This is the same URL. Okay, so it is not able to connect. Mongo.connect. Right, MongoDB, localhost, library, my library. MongoDB colon localhost. Company was there. Company. Let me see mine. What is here? That is over. This was again connected. Okay, changes can I add here? This one. localhost colon 120 this port number, and then slash company. Is where it will read while happening like this. Only 5 error comes. Change करो आप इसमें थोड़ा. This one, and then run once. Error is same. Okay. ठीक है, इसको रन कीजिए, बाद देखते हैं. This command run again. Express space mangoes. Run कीजिए बाद. After that again. R is not required, but you can run this once. That may be some reason. Here, but it's connected for me. Even there is no such kind of packages. JSON package is not there. REST API. Package fancy this folder is there. Package.json you have. Package.json is there already. Similar error. Package.json will commit mark. इस पे रन कीजिए थोड़ा. npm install MongoDB. Can I run this command once? Run this command once. npm install MongoDB. इसको install करो थोड़ा. This one. Then start again. Can I install this command once? MongoDB, npm install MongoDB. This one package was already installed together. This command run once. Looking at one? No. Mongos we have imported. After that we have everything. We have here stopping, select from them. Mongos we have installed. There's everything. Let's do one more thing. Go to this file. here, instead of company, try giving something else. Local also that IP address we can remove. Okay, and we'll try here something. Let me see. Try a new database name called 𝕷𝖊𝖆𝖐𝖗, LEADS, 𝕷𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖐𝑗. Give database name called 𝕷𝖊𝖆𝖆𝖐𝑗. Let's given. Now again run this server 1 of this. So database connected again for me. This time error connected. Same message. Leads are given, that is not showing here leads. But is showing database is connected. Leads are given, database is not connected. Error is showing, that is the problem. Why the error is shown? Because everything is installed already. Connection, this is the database name. Right, if I look into my previous examples, there are so many are there. And that rest if I go here, server file, database name for models, new using our URL parser tool, mongo.connect. Okay. One line will change in drivers. This 2 line we have written in the beginning. This 2 line, 3 line we have written. We'll cut once from here. 3 line require cross add something. Cut from here and paste after this here in the last. Even as of now, cross origin is not required, but we can change the position once and then try. Same error. Change this 3 line position. Again run this file server 1.js. Leads your company, anyone can keep. Mistakes, there is no network installation wise. This is the level. Same error. Same error then. IP address. Okay, try with this IP address also. Mongo.127. Okay. The IP address try here. This one. What is? This way. IP address / company. COMPNY. Okay, this one was the problem in the last time also with people. Check this IP address. I think it should work. Connected. Connected. So for other people also happen. Check one check. So last everything all are short. Okay. Okay, so connected, right? Next, after this, what we have to do is we have to create a file where we have to write the structure for table. Inside the table, what are the column and all. So for that, you go to this file again, REST API folder, and create one file. Create one file called. We have what are the tables we have. We can sequence. We have table under the company called customer, employee, and then product. Correct? Okay. So in product, we have not added any data. Delete that product. We will create product from there. Delete the product. How to delete the product? Drop collection. Product you click. Here is the dots. There is the option called drop collection. So product. Okay, we have to write here for product. Table name we have to write. Then it will drop collection. The table is gone. Okay. Yeah, table gone. Now drop is employee also. 𝕰𝖆𝖆𝖵𝖃s employee. Drop the employee also. Let it be one customer. Have some data in that. It will be helpful for R&D. Okay. Next, after that, in the REST API folder, we'll create one file called employee-schema.js. 𝕰𝖆𝖆𝖵𝖃s or EMP schema, better EMP-schema.js. EMP-schema.js. You can give the file name EMP-schema.js. EMP-schema. EMP-schema.js we can write. Under the EMP-schema.js file, we have to write a table structure for which one? Employee table. What are the column and what are the data type and required or not required. Import here Mongoose. Required Mongoose. Okay. Then Mongoose dot. You can write here on const. Anything you can write const. EMP structure. STRUCTURE. EMP structure equal to Mongoose dot new. We have to write here new. After that, Mongoose dot create Mongoose dot schema. Mongoose dot schema. Schema. SCH schema. Mongoose dot schema. Under this schema, now we have to write. Under this schema, we have to write the name of the columns with their data type. Name of the column. Suppose you write call EMP name colon string. After that, comma required. 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 Required colon true. It should be within the curly bracket. This complete should be inside the curly bracket. Something like this. It should be mentioned here for type colon string. As a property value. EMP name is the column name. Type is a string and required equal to true. Means whenever we want to insert any record related to employee, EMP name value must be able to pass. Without that, it will happen. Next, we write for salary colon type number comma required colon true. Next, DBT department colon type string we can write required true. Okay. Next, city colon type colon string colon required false. So it will become an optional field. Name, salary, department, and city. 4 column let it be. Below you have to write module.export. Module.export. MODULE. Module.exports. Exports. Which one? Mongoose.module. MONG. Mongoose.model. Model. This is the module and that is called model. Module.export and this is called model. Inside that you will pass what you will pass is the name of the table as well as okay. So no problem. We'll write inside call EMPLOYEE employee, comma structure of the table. So employee you write E as a capital here. Employee. Okay. Now it will create a table. Called employee, and in that employee table, following will be the table structure. What are that? There will be column called EMP name, salary, department, and city. And table name will be this one. Call again employee. Okay, so schema is ready. Now once we call this, it will create a table in that database. Okay, which database? Company database. Okay, so after this, we have to come to the another file that is called EMP routing. EMP router, we have to create a file. Under the EMP router or EMP API, we can write. Under the EMP API, we have to import this module, and after that, we have to do R&D on that. So written, let me share this code. Code is available in the chat. You can use this. Now here, under the same REST API folder, we will create another file called EMP API. EMP API.js. EMP API.js. EMP API.js. Under the EMP API.js, we will be writing called get, post, put, update, delete, and all that stuff. Okay, where it will be connecting with this one, EMP schema. Okay, so come to the again this file, EMP API.js. Under the EMP API.js, we require to import express and router and module. So import the express here, express where we have import. Under the server1.js file, import the express over there, express.module. Okay, so we can call this line only here under the EMP API. From express, we have to use the router module, not everything. Only router module will be required from there. After that, you will write const router equal to express.router. Const router equal to express.router. Router. Express.router. Next, we have to import that module just now we created. Const. What is the table name you are given? Remember? Const imply equal to require. What is the file name? File name is called EMP. EMP schema. Under the EMP schema, you have the name of the table. Name of the table, which one? Imply. And module.exports. Exports means what? You are sending somewhere to use it. So this imply we imported here under the imply API. Next after that, we required module.export router. Hold on. Router we are written. In the beginning, one more line is missed out to write. That is called module.export. Module.export. Module.export equal to router. Module.export equal to router. After that, we import this one below. Next, below we can write easily that API related stuff. Okay, so this happened here. Next, we will write API for the posting the data. So you will write here router.post slash same what we are written there. Where under the API 1.js we are written something same thing we are going to call here. Router.post request comma response fat arrow come inside. Until here, okay. Next, after this, come inside, right here, let EMP info equal to new employee. EMP info, new employee. Now, what are the property we have for the employee in a schema table? You can see here, EMP name, salary, department, and this one. We can copy this also. Copy the row. Copy and paste here inside this. We will be replacing with a value. Okay, in this now value will come from here. Value will come from request.body.name. We will send the name from front end that will go to where? EMP name. Now EMP name is the column name where? Inside the table. Similar way, request.body. What is that? Salary. Okay, again similar way. Request.body. Department. Put complete department. Next request.body. Which one? City. Body.city. Request.body.city. Next, after that, from the front end, how many input you are going to send? 4. Name, salary, department, as well as city. Name will go to the EMP name, salary will go to the salary, department will go to the DEPT, and city will go to the city. After that, below we have to write. Let status equal to EMP info dot save. EMP info dot save. This status variable we made it wrong because status will be keyword in the backend, so it will become some kind of mismatch. So we write here EMP status. EMP data we can write EMP data. So this is for what purpose? Creating new employee, inserting new employee, insert new employee, insert new employee, insert new employee. But without async and await it will not work now. We have to apply async and await. Okay, async and await we need to apply. So I have written EMP input or save. Now EMP input or save we wrote. Before that you apply here await, and before request you write called async, async, async to write here and await to write here. Both will work together, and after that only it will help us to create a new record. Next, after this, when the request will come from frontend, data will save here. After saving the data, it will give the status under this variable, under the EMP data. Whatever we are sending, it will come, and along with that ID. JSON server, you remember, when you save the data, whatever you will send, it will go, and reply will come with ID. Here also, whatever we are sending, it will come here, and response will come, all the data with ID. Okay, so now let's go here. Result dot response dot status, response dot status 201. 200 for what purpose? Request received 201. Request acknowledge with some data. 200 means only acknowledge that yes I received, and 201 means acknowledgement with some input. Okay, acknowledgement with some data. Now what it will be that we have to write here 201 dot JSON this one EMP data. One or two examples will look little odd, but once you become little comfortable, then within 10 minutes you will write get post edit delete everything. Okay. Now see what happen is, in this input will come from the front end, receive will happen here, request.body we have received in the there also, where under the API one. Now we are receiving here, and after receiving immediately it's creating one, you can say document, and the document details is stored under the EMP info, and after that document.save means employee will be get created, inserted, and after that response will come from there. Whatever the response will come, it will go here, await we are written, correct, await. That will go to this variable, and this variable we are converting into JSON and replying back to whom? Client. Okay, this will reply back to the client. So if you wrote till here, we need to connect it with that file. Which file? Server1.js. API is ready, but still it will not work. We have to link with that server1.js. Server1.js will have multiple API. One API will be employee related, another employee will be item, another related product, customer, everything. So written till here. This code is available in your chat. Jaldi कीजिए थोड़ा. Then come to the server1.js file. In server1.js file, you have to import that. What we need to import? See, a schema gone to the where? EMP API. EMP schema means table structure gone to the API, correct? EMP API. Now EMP API we are going to import under the next file, that is called server1.js. So come to the server1.js. In server1.js, how we'll import it? We'll import something like this. Okay, it's easy. Now what we'll do is, it's come in the last. Right call const EMP API equal to require dot slash that EMP API.js file. Okay, EMP API.js file. After that, we have to write below app.use EMP list, comma EMP list, comma EMP API. EMP list, comma API. Slash we have to give here, slash EMP list. EMP list or EMP you give directly, EMP. Directly you give the EMP only. Okay, now see, I'll explain here what you did. This is for database connection. This we imported the express. Created the object, app we found. Then database connection happened. After database connection, we added this one for the cross origin problem. Front end to back end communication will happen, it should allow to access the data. This EMP API, what is the EMP API? EMP API.js, where you are writing your API code, saving the data, listing the data, deleting everything. You wrote here. Under this, what we imported? A schema we imported. The table structure went to the table API. Now, employee structure went to the employee API. Now, employee API came to where? Server1.js. And in server1.js, after importing that, we are generating a URL that is called which one? EMP. So, what will be the final URL? http://localhost:/. Okay, localhost:/. We have to give some port number to the server. Localhost: give anything. 2222/EMP. This will be the URL of the server. Then you will ask where the 2222 will come. You have to write in the bottom. In the bottom, we have to write app.listen. That port number we have to pass inside. What port number we given? 2222. After that again comma and something. And then after this, we have to write console.log. The server is live now. Console.log. The server is live now. Server is live now. Okay, so EMP will be one URL. EMP will be one URL on EMP localhost colon which one 2222/EMP. On that EMP URL we can post, and if you write only EMP, it will be get localhost colon 2222 EMP. So what it will give? It will only get and 2222/EMP. Here only we can post. Here only we can delete. Here only we can patch. We can update everything. So URL will be only one, and on that URL we have to send the request. Get also, post also, delete also, update also. So all the requests will come to the same URL, and this URL will pass the request to whom? EMP API. Under the EMP API, when the post will come, who will handle? This will handle, correct? When the post related request will come, this will handle. When get will come, then some other function will handle. When delete will come, then some other will handle, right? So file will be only one now. Now from client, where the request will go? From client, request will go to the server one. Server one is running on this port number 2222/EMP will convert into a EMP API. Then whatever the request will come to EMP, it will pass to the EMP API. Now under the EMP API, if it is the post, then this will handle. If it is the get, then something else we have to write here. If it is a delete, then we have to write here. If it is a patch, then we have to write here. Clear? So this is how many steps? Multiple steps. So that someone should not come to know the logic directly. Where is the code and how is it written? Because of that, why it is called the REST API? Secures it. Somehow to do something exchange so that someone should not come to know where is what. Okay? Which is the actual file? EMP API, but we are not exposing EMP API directly. What we are exposing? Server one. In server one also we change, right? This name can be anything. This EMP there, no? We can write the EMP list also. It is our own base. It can be anything. The port number will be same, and on that port number this will work. Suppose you will create one more schema product. So that product will import here. Product API will be there. Product schema will be there. In that product API, get post will happen, and that will import here. Similar way, we will write one more API. So localhost colon 2222/product. On that get post will happen. It will deal with the product table. Okay. So अब इसको हम लोग we'll check it. We have file no that test API. We'll check through that. So written till here. Okay. Sorry, this will be EMP, not EMP list. EMP. What is time now? 8:20. Late. 5 minutes more. Okay. So EMP, right? Now अब एक और file बनाया है. कौन सा file? In the same. Okay. REST API only. Create one more file called API test.rest. API test.rest. Create a file. Create a file API test.rest. API test.rest. What is the URL? This is the URL, no? This is the URL. In that we can write here post. ऊपर से space दे दो post space this one. Enter. Then some code was there in the previous file. Let me take it. Hold on. node10 में हम लिखा था ना API test.rest. Something was here. Right? This one. ये पूरा copy कर सकते हो. You can copy that and add here. Everything you copy and paste here. Localhost colon 2222/EMP. Now what we are sending request? We are sending a post request. What are the fields we are sending there? Remember, one property is called here. You can see in the here name, salary, department, and salary. Correct? Name, department, name, salary, department, and city. Right here. Name. Then what is that? Salary. Salary. Next. DEPARTMENT. Department. And next for is salary. Oh, city. City. Okay. So name. Ganesh, salary, 888888, department, HR, city, Bangalore. After writing this, you can check once in your CMD also. What is saying? It will say the server is live now, database is connected. Same. Server is live now, database is connected. So server is live now and database is connected. Written this clear? ठीक है, टेस्ट करो आप इसको. Send request. Click on send request. Record will get saved and from there ID will also come. Salary was number, correct? Salary was number. You have to send as a number only. Salary was number, so you have to send as a number, not a string. Then you send the request. Okay, read. He connected something error. What is the error? Value region requirement. Oh, required. Required related problem happened. Department is spelling wrong. DEPARTMENT. Name, salary, department, city. Name, salary, department. Okay, schema में है. Department is a string number. This is city, a string required false. It's got some error. Content type, name, salary, department, city. connection was rejected at the requesting content type under the post. Imply validation failed. Oh, imply validation failed. Which one? Imply validation failed. Name salary department, this one. Okay. EMP API. Name salary department city. Here we have name. EMP name is correct. ये भी मैच में दिया क्या? Okay, hold on. Look like we did some mistake here in the API file. Okay, यहाँ पे change करते हैं. Let's change the EMP name, change your salary, DEPT, and then change to the city. इसको ऐसे ही change करना. How it is in the left side? Let's put in the right side because it's saying like validation failed. Validation failed. So something column name is mismatched. Apply EMP name, salary, department, and city. DEPT and city. Put the right side also same as we have in the left side. As we have in the left side, keep the same in the right side also. Added. Now go here in the rest test name. You change to the EMP name, salary, DEPT, as well as city. EMP name, salary, DEPT, and then city. Same error. Department. Department, it says error validation failed. Okay, so what we are written in the schema? Department true. We should put or not at starting. What we should put or not starting? There's something wrong here. EMP name, salary, department, city. Okay. DEPT, city, DEPT. Type is a string, required true we have written. Then here we are DEPT, we are passing the value, no? DEPT city. What wrong in that? Imply validation fail. Department is required. DEPT is required. DEPT we are passing here. Can you see here what is that? DEPT. And we are passing already from here called DEPT. DEPT we are passing here. Salary. All values letting pass. Why is there? We'll see. Okay, यहाँ पे first दिया इसको true करते हैं थोड़ा. I'll make it true once here. We have made one false. Made it true. Number string is correct. Required is true everywhere. Here let us try once. Connection reset something कुछ error दे रहा है. City required बता रहा है. City required. We are passing the value for all the fields. Salary, DEPT, city, correct? Request.body, department, EMP name, salary, department, salary. कुछ यहाँ पे गड़बड़ हो गया, ठीक है? Late हो रहा है, we'll leave today. We'll see on next Monday. What is wrong in that? Why is there error? Everything is correct. Request.body.all. Everything is perfect. Tracing correct. Router.post class, everything is fine only. Something will be failing, some kind of rule regulation, saying like validation fail. In A, what you want? In API test, we should type here as. Sorry, 10 minutes में कॉल करना होगा. Okay, right here as 3 times. फिर से send करते हैं, send request. फिर rejected है. Okay, maybe it was stopped already. Running, send again. कहाँ आ रहा है यार? After this 3 times. तो गड़बड़ हो गया है. सिटी से कुछ बता रहा हूँ. Where? After post. Space is not there. How? ये वाला गैप. नहीं है? अच्छा इसके बाद में गैप है. यहाँ भी तो गैप है ना? Here also gap is there, no? Gap is there. No, here gap was not there. Here gap is give it to her. And yes, it's moved out. Here space is. Okay, अभी छोड़ते हैं. सेव हो रहा है क्या? Saving. But what happened to my phone? Anyone saving? We will correct it next day. आज दिमाग आउट ऑफ कंट्रोल हो गया. Crashed. Solution will find on Monday. We'll find out the solution on Monday.